Hello, everyone, and welcome. I have a new deck that wanted to come in today, the Divine Masters. And as I was shuffling the Divine Masters, I saw Horus, I saw Ishtar. Um, it feels like there is some state of conflict. Like Ishtar is the goddess of love and war. There's some kind of conflict that is happening within you as far as accepting yourself. There's some kind of it feels like you're rejecting a part of you due to feeling that it is shameful in some way, whether it be something that happened to you or something you may have done or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. It matters to you what it is. I'm not saying that it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is um, what it is has no bearing on it. It is the emotion that is coming with it. It is the conflict that is coming with it. It is the rejection that is coming with it that matters. Okay. So let's see what the divine wants to bring to us today for a message for you, possibly to be able to integrate that energy into your body, to be able to find the love within yourself, to forgive it, to be able to see the truth. We do the best that we can in every moment, in every now moment that we have, we do the best that we can. And the moment that you're in now is not that moment. Okay. And having the tools that you have now may change what you did then. Okay. And it's just within that reflection of the self and asking, you've learned, obviously, if you're beating yourself up over something, if there's guilt and there's shame, there's actually remorse that goes along with that. So the next step that comes to that is forgiveness, right? Love. Transmuting that energy to use it for the betterment of self in some way. Okay, so what do we have here from the Divine Master? And if you're having trouble with that as far as, integrating that energy and being able to come to terms with it, Ishtar is a really great goddess to call on for that. Okay. She understands both sides of the light and the dark, that they exist beside one another. And anybody that thinks that they have no darkness within them is a fool, because we all have darkness within us. Each and every one of us have desires, have urges, have doubt, all of us. And if we don't, then we have superior, right, ego, which is even more that we think we're better or above. It is not about that. It is about sitting in that equality. And when we are sitting in our soul energy, we have that compassion for others, in the realization that we do not know what we would do in that same moment. I do not know what I would do in the same moment you experience with everything around you that you have in your world. I do not know if you are struggling for money. I do not know if you are struggling for food. I do not know if you are in an abusive relationship. I do not know. So therefore, I cannot judge the action that you are taking to survive in that moment. Okay? So there is no judgment here. All right. Somebody needs to hear that. You are loved and there is no judgment for what you do to survive, to protect yourself or someone else, I'm hearing. So let's see the masters. Kuan Yin is compassion. Enlighten action, choose compassion, move forward with grace. Yeah, and this is what she's saying. There's something that you're really struggling with overcoming, some kind of an action, could be an addiction, could be anything. But Kuan Yin is that compassion, having compassion for yourself, having compassion for another, looking through the eyes of love. Whew. I feel really emotional with that. Somebody is healing. Arakatash kitai, nimaish kara, orati kai, awa anakatai, awa anakatai, irai skita mash karatai, arinanaish kitai, Kitai aro anata. Ara anata arati kai skata. Awa anai. Awa anai. Awa anai. The star mothers came through there, and with the star mothers come through there, that tells me that nurturing love, that mothering love is needed in your presence. Perhaps you never had it growing up. Perhaps you're lacking it. Perhaps you're a mother that is struggling, yourself, right? To be able to survive in some situation. And Kuan Yin is with you. The star mothers are with you. Then we have green Tara. Green Tara is healing, wellness unfolding. Know that healing is a journey. Okay. This is not an instant. Okay. We take a little bit of dance with life. Okay. But you're really being asked to stand in compassion right now, whatever your situation is, for yourself and for others. Okay. When we look back on others' lives, like I look back on my life and the people that, influenced me in negative ways and hurt me in a lot of ways, I learned a lot from it. But when I look at their life, I know that they did the best that they could in that moment for them, with the tools that they had at their disposal. Not everybody has all the tools. Not everybody has all the money. Not everybody has that. And although we have the ability to be able to manifest that, not everybody has that awareness of being able to do that. Okay? So it's really important that we hold compassion for others. I feel so emotional with this, you guys. Somebody is struggling with so much judgment right now. And you're being asked to really, release that and to have that compassion here from Kuan Yin. Oh, I didn't expect this to come in. Like my readings have had a really powerful thread of empowerment and love through them. So for this to come in has not been the case. So maybe there's a turn again. Seems to be common thread sometimes. Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. Yeah. And this is kind of what I was talking about here, really, that having the wisdom to have the compassion for others, because everybody acts in the moment of what they have, and you don't know what others have. So we really don't have the right to judge anyone. The divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidences. Okay, I can't even make this up. We live in the energy that we're in the moment. And yes, there is an awareness that when we are sitting in awareness that we can move out of that energy. But when you are not in that awareness, when you're in the moment of it, it's really difficult. And I know I have been there. Trust me, I have been there. And I know how difficult it is. Sometimes we make decisions that others around us see as wrong or whatever. But in the moment, sometimes we don't always feel that we have a choice, that we make the best choice that we can out of choices that we feel are very limited to us in our surroundings. The medicine woman healed. This came out in my last reading. And again, we got healing light and we got healing again. There is definitely this thread that is running through this healing right now for those of you that are really struggling, and it is about really having that compassion for yourself. Okay. Do not sit in judgment. Oh my God, this one came out, you guys, the inner temple. And I'm not kidding. Like I put my cards back, I lift the deck and put a card, and then I lift the deck and put another card and another card. That's how I put my cards back when I'm done my reading. And these cards both came out and they both came out again. So that tells me within this collective, it is really, really important. And it says, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. So somebody is really, really, and that's what Kuan Yin did. Like Kuan Yin had many lifetimes here until she raised into that ascended master. Okay? She had many, many struggles. That is why she is full of compassion, because she experienced it. She walked it. Okay? She lived it. And this is really, the medicine woman healing through life lessons, that shadow. That's crazy that both those cards came out last time when I put them in the deck like that. You saw me shuffle even. The Amber Star, let go. I surrender and allow myself to grieve. There you go. So some of you may even have had a loss. Okay? And my deepest sympathies if that is the case. And you are being asked to really surrender into that. Okay? Like sometimes life will take us into a place where, people will say, oh, well, that's long enough for you. How would they know? But as well, when we experience great love, we experience great loss. So to experience that loss is to know how deeply you loved. And that is a blessing because not everybody here experiences that love. It is not the love that hurts us. It is the loss of that person. Their presence, their physical presence. Okay. So whatever it is that you are letting go of, whether it be a relationship you have to leave, whether it is someone that is crossing over, um, a job, whatever it is, letting go of that and allowing yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to feel. We must feel. We must feel to transmute the energies. Like people think that we can just stuff it away. Oh, we're just going to stuff it away and let it go. No, you're not. Actually, you have to feel it to release it. Cry through it, get angry, express it. You have to express that grief. So if that's painting, if it's going to the gym and working out really hard, if it's running, if it's walking, you know, if it's singing, if it's screaming, whatever that is, you must express it in order to release it and let it go. Okay? There has to be an action to let it go. Crying, whatever it is, whatever that action is for you, as long as it doesn't include hurting somebody else, okay, or violence in some way. You need to feel it. And numbing the body doesn't help because all it does is hold on to it. We have a heart for a purpose. We are meant to feel. We are meant to feel deeply. Transformation. Yeah, someone is moving through some really deep stuff. Really deep stuff. Feel the energy. Feel the energy here. Radical expansion, yeah. Yeah, there's something that has changed you forever that you've experienced. Something has changed you forever. And I mean, this card here talks to me about her looking to God like, help me. Or why, right? Right? Questioning. Manifestia. So this card is really about being able to, manifest your life, bringing it into reality is what this card is talking about here. And we do manifest what we live. So the grief, if we're not really letting go of it, we aren't going to let go of it until we feel it, because that is how we do that. That is how we transmute that energy, is by feeling it. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Okay. Card on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Fire. This card talks to me about a wish from childhood. Whenever I see this card, it's a wish from childhood. And when I see this card, she looks to me like she's making a wish or a prayer, right? And a prayer is a wish. And that's what that feels like. So we got the King of Fire. This is a leadership card here. Okay? Somebody that knows what to do, when to do, inspired, active. Oh, and look at this. Here's the King of Air as well. The King of Air, is intelligent, right? Knows when to speak and when not to. Page of Earth. We had the Page of Earth come up in a recent reading as well. And this is the beginning of something new. And we got the Seven of Earth, interestingly enough. Something that you have been working for is about to bear fruit. Five of Water. This card is kind of regrets or disappointments that have happened. And even with this one, I get the feeling of, right? All the drama of it, right? That kind of energy is what I get. And this is a celebratory card here, this Three of Water. This is about friends gathering, really finding that friendship. So it almost feels like something is coming in for you that you have wished for. And I had this thread in a reading before about this as well. But it kind of feels like that. Oh, and here's the moon. Yeah, you can't see it yet. You can't see it yet. It's not yet in your awareness. It's hidden. Yeah, with the tarot here, you're really being guided to use your wisdom. Like with the kings being here, you have a lot of wisdom that is within you. I feel like you've had a lot of life experience. I feel like you've kind of been through initiation by fire. I feel like, and with fire, the more air that we feed it, the higher the fire goes, the hotter that it gets. So it feels to me that you have really been in fire, so hot that you've even been burned by it. But you've had a lot of experience, and you are really going through that, that process of healing right now with the medicine woman being here and Kuan Yin with that compassion. We've also got Tara here with healing energy as well. Really moving through that shadow energy of, discovering the self and discovering this wisdom that comes in from all the experience that you have had. Okay. This is really talking to me about wisdom. And that this is, like I say, wisdom from experience, compassion, the both sides of that, the divine feminine and the divine masculine really coming through here. We've got two kings and we've got the two goddesses here coming together in that wisdom, that divine union of masculine and feminine with that compassionate energy, that healing and nurturing energy, the passion and the wisdom. It really is an all round, perfect conditions, but you can't see it yet because it's hidden from you. Okay. It's hidden. You don't even know what you know yet, but you will know. And when you know, you'll know. All right, beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me again today for this reading. I appreciate and love each and every one of you, and I'll see you next time.